Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be working on this crochet cap. I used macrame cord to create my version of this viral cap. This tutorial is mostly pictures, but I will walk you through the whole process. So for this design, you'll need to know how to do a chain, double crochet, single crochet, magic circle, and then for supplies, you'll need a logo hat of your choice, 1.5 millimeter macrame cord, 3.5 millimeter hook, seam ripper, scissors, glue gun, or E6000. I went with the glue gun for this design, but moving forward, I will be utilizing E6000. So the first thing you want to do is to remove your logo from the cap. This was fairly simple. I used a standard seam ripper and I was able to remove it with no problem. I used scissors to trim the remaining part of the logo off and then make it look very, very neat. So we could reattach it when it's time. So we removed those logos, set them to the side for later. Now on to creating the cap. So using your 3.5 millimeter hook, you're going to start with the magic circle and place 12 double crochet into the center. Do not tighten your circle. This is the circle that will go over the top part of the hat. You'll slip stitch into the top of the round, chain up 3, and then you'll place 2 double crochet in each stitch around. Rows 3 through 9 will all continue with an increase on each row with double crochets. This is very similar to your standard beanie or standard hat pattern. You will work 4 more rows without an increase for a snapback and a total of 7 more rows if you're creating a fitted hat. If you are creating a snapback, you will place a stitch marker on either side of the snap in the back of the hat. You will then work 3 additional rows, but turning your work at the end of each row as opposed to working in the round. Once complete, you will fasten off and weave in those ends. Before starting the bib, you want to do a quick try-on to make sure that your hat fits perfectly. You will then place a stitch marker where the bib starts on either side of your crochet cap. You will then place 1 double crochet in each stitch across and work a total of 12 rows, decreasing every other row. Do not fasten off once complete. Single crochet around the entire base of the hat. So before gluing, you want to add the crochet part to the hat and tighten your magic circle as tight as possible. This will make sure that it is secure around the button on the top of the hat. I used a small dot of glue to affix the crochet to the cap, and then I went around the entire bottom portion of the cap, securing it all down with the glue. If you are using a glue gun, please be mindful of the amount of glue that you use. To add the raised portions of the hat, I used a doubled piece of macrame cord folded in half, slip stitched it to the top of the stitch, and then created the chains all the way down. For the longer ones, I used about 27 stitches, and the shorter ones, I used about 20 stitches. I followed the lines on the underside of the hat to match it up perfectly. I then glued my chains on, glued the patches on top, added the little sticker, and voila, it was complete. As I stated in the beginning, I did use a glue gun and it's very unforgiving on this black, so I'll definitely consider using the E6000 next time. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I hope that your hat comes out even better than mine, and thank you so much for watching.